Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
It's a real-world reality. Gunshots. Sometimes the results are tragic. Now, there's gunshot detection technology and active shooter countermeasure technology available right now. And it was developed for the U.S. government.
Hey, this is Mike Walsh. My company is Walsh Wireless. We are the Chicagoland dealer for gunshot detection technology. This gunshot detection system is nothing short of amazing, and it is highly effective. Who uses it? Government, healthcare, education, houses of worship, entertainment, and a lot more. There are no false positives, and that's good. The system can identify the caliber of the gun, so law enforcement can be prepared. This gunshot detection system can also work with your current security system to do a lockdown, instant notification, and more. Identify the gunshot and cut down response time. You need this. Gunshot detection technology from Walsh Wireless. Cost-effective solution to counter a real-world reality.
Financing available. Go to walshwireless.com. A proud IBEW contractor. walshwireless.com.
Are your windows needy?
Call Crumweedy.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. If you need windows, call the exterior experts, Crumweedy. Mark Olson and Greg Olson of Crumweedy run a third-generation family business that's been doing Chicagoland exteriors since 1953. For them, it's all about trust. They truly share your values. Why windows from Crumweedy? Crumweedy windows are not offered anywhere else in Chicagoland. They're exclusive. That's why they can offer a lifetime material and labor installation guarantee. Lifetime! That's a great investment for your home. Windows from Crumweedy are Energy Star rated, unlike most other windows. Also, the vinyl windows are 100% virgin vinyl. You're getting quality. Windows with a lifetime material and labor installation. If your windows are needy,
call Crumweedy.
630-595-8020. That's 630-595-8020. Just remember this, windowsareneedy.com. Windowsareneedy.com.
This live program is sponsored by Safer USA OT Media Group. It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know Iran's top general is kaput. Find out the details as we sort through the facts. Bloomberg is at it again. Find out what he has to say regarding the recent Texas church shooting. Later, an update on the Second Amendment showdown in Virginia, and find out what idiotic thing California is trying to ban now. To participate in tonight's show, give us a call at 312-642-5600. Watch us live on YouTube on Target Radio, or like us on Facebook and ask a question or make a comment there.
So it's controversial that Trump dropped the hammer on this guy. Controversy with AOC, anyway.
I was going to say, it's only controversial with people who don't like Trump.
Yeah, like
who
CNN.
Who have TDS already.
That's my my moment of AOC Zen is about that very subject. But it's interesting. You've seen that? Well, it's not a meme. It's a cartoon, I guess, of Trump walking and he's just passing all these things that he's done. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like he's walking down the street, and
Okay.
everything you see is something he's done, like
Sure.
taxes and all
Sure.
that kind of stuff. And it turns out he's not bad at making military calls either, is he?
No.
That's
not at all.
It's pretty interesting.
Well, we've often said that, when you're commander in chief or when you're the president, the key is really surrounding yourself with people who know stuff, and I think that's probably what he's done in the military. You know, reading the article from the Daily Signal makes me think he's surrounded himself with people who know when to say push the button.
I think so. I was a little disappointed when Mad Dog Mattis got the axe. Who knows what happened on the inside?
But, I was surprised at the least.
Yeah. I was disappointed.
But so I mean, it's worked out. He's this by itself, and this guy.
There really hadn't been a lot of action since Mattis left.
No, we had North Korea, but. And that looks like I may be festering again. That guy can't be trusted.
Yeah. Did you see the Facebook meme that had a picture of like after he bombed the the Baghdad airport? Then Kim Jong Un calls him up and goes, "We cool, right?"
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's like the bomb that generated 1,000 memes. I mean, there's so many.
It really
memes.
was. Yeah. I've seen so many good ones.
Yeah.
Well, this guy Soleimani was a real piece of work. They labeled him as the world's most dangerous terrorist, and this is sort of the guy that coordinates everything worldwide. It was part of the what do they call it? Republican Guard.
Yes.
Iran's Republican Guard, the Quds factor, whatever
Quds
it is.
Force.
Yeah, Quds Force. Sounds like a really pleasant guy to know. They actually figure he's responsible for thousands of people being killed.
Mm-hmm. Americans.
Well, not just Americans. I mean, just around the world.
Thousands of all sorts of people.
But here's the thing: while this all was the result of they weren't attacking the American embassy, but they were demonstrating rather forcefully at the American embassy. So that was all going on. And intel came down that this guy was planning more hits on Americans. They've been hitting Americans in Iraq. 19. We know of 19, and they say that there was actually more, but we know of 19 of them. So it's not like this guy is, they just picked a name out of the phone directory and go, let's blast him away.
Not at all. And this article from the Daily Signal points out that this guy he works for Iran. So what the heck's he doing in Baghdad? And the answer to the question is bad stuff.
Yeah, he's killing people.
Right.
He has no business being in Baghdad, but yet that's where he was, out in the open. And so they're like, okay, yeah, sounds good. And I also saw who was with him, and that was a good kill too. It was the head of Hezbollah militia that has been attacking the U.S. embassy there. So we got two good kills out of one strike.
Yeah, when you got kids, you say don't hang around with the wrong crowd, and
it's true. That's what can happen.
You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560. The Answer. We're talking about Trump dropping the hammer on the world's most fearsome terrorist, and the Air Force. I joke about the Air Force.
Yes, you do.
And if it's just internal military guys, you joke about. I wouldn't joke about them to non-military people, because if you pick on a military guy and you're a non-military guy, every military guy in town climbs on you. But the Air Force is spick and span, and don't get their boots messed up. And they just
you always say they're just a flying club.
Except for the ordnance, they're just another expensive flying club. They pancaked this guy. I mean, this was. If you see the video of it, it's just like there's vehicles and stuff down there, and then there isn't. It's just like poof, and they're gone.
First you're there, then you're not.
That's right. So they definitely know how to kill people.
Now, did I hear correctly that was done with a drone, or was that actually a live aircraft?
I didn't read one way or the other.
Everything I've seen has said a Reaper drone.
Was it a drone?
Yeah.
Which was where that's probably flown out of, don't you? Creech Air Force Base out north of Las Vegas.
Could be.
Is where a lot of those drones are flown out.
Yeah.
I figured it was flown out of some kid's basement playing like Call of Duty or something.
Listen to me, you joke.
It's
very close.
It's not much different.
Right,
it's very
exactly.
close to that. They're contractors and military, and some of them I don't think are even pilots, although they have, like FAA certified. They have
Microsoft
extensive
Flight
experience.
Simulator.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what they're doing, and they work a 9-to-5 job. They go in and they're
they do shifts.
Yeah, they do shifts. They go in, they kill people on the other side of the earth, and they go home and have dinner.
It's crazy, but
It is crazy.
It brings a whole new level to war.
Well, and here's the only
It's a different way of doing
it really
war.
does. It really does. And I have said this in the past. I think it's great we do that. Our guys don't get hurt. But the penalty for getting into wars is being diminished. You're killing tons of people, and you personally don't have a stake in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's
well, it's like, to me, it feels like it's one step right before the nuclear option,
well,
right? Because I mean, again, like you said, you really don't have a stake in it. But if both sides have this technology, then it's kind of like mutual assured destruction. In a way.
the civilians are the people that are caught in the middle. Which I'm going to, in my thing about AOC, I'm going to actually talk about that. We've gotten the art of war is changed slightly since the days when we were the great nation of war. Rules of engagement, in the early days, rules of engagement was kill enemy.
Right.
That was basically the rules of engagement. Now, you have to get permission. And this is not, I'm not joking. If you're a sniper, you have to get permission from the legal department to take a shot in a lot of occasions. You actually have to call in and say, I've got eyes on so-and-so, give me an up or down. And I know they do that with the aircraft, with the fighters and stuff, because you hear the recordings of them, and they'll go, you got 3 bad guys at whatever, and he'll say, I got eyes on them, and then they'll go green light, or they'll go or something. They can't. It used to be, if you were a fighter pilot and you saw the enemy, you didn't ask anybody anything. You went and shot the guy down.
Well, and I'm not diminishing, whether that's better or worse or whatever, but I kind of understand why that is now, because with the technology we have now, where we can have conversations that have milliseconds of latency across the globe, you can get that permission right away, whereas before it would have taken a lot longer time to actually get that.
Well, before they didn't get it.
Well, right, but I mean, even if they wanted to, it would have taken a lot longer than.
Oh, sure.
The target would have been gone by that time.
Yeah.
Right, it would have been unworkable.
It was, you look back at some of the big some of the big heroes of World War II. Audie Murphy, who went on to become an actor, but Audie Murphy, or Sergeant York, which was First World War, wasn't it? I think York was First World War.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He was just walking along fighting as he was doing, and came across a whole bunch of Germans. And he said, well, what the heck? Let's capture them. And one guy single-handedly took on an entire group of German soldiers. Now you got to call in and get permission. Listen, I'm pinned down behind this hill, and there's a whole bunch of Germans over there. I'm going to try and take them. Is that no? What? Only the ones in what uniform? That sounds like a Bob Newhart routine. Really, it does. I don't know. Fighting war has changed, and all that's going to change too because of Gretchen's favorite subject, robots.
Oh boy.
They're weaponizing robots.
Yeah.
And we've seen how that works.
Yeah.
Well, the scary part is that's what we've seen.
Well,
Who
and
knows
that's
what
a
they
good
actually
point.
have?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh well, yeah, true.
You're right.
Scratching the
I mean, from
surface,
what
probably.
I've seen is pretty scary how they can jump and run and climb and do all this stuff
yeah.
on 2 feet and
And I guess so. They've got flying drones, and they also have ship drones.
Right.
Is what I've seen. The other thing I've seen is that they've got drone boats out in the oceans all over the world.
There's at least one unmanned naval vessel.
Yeah, that they can shoot torpedoes if they want.
Well, okay, we're going to have to take a break, and we'll have another upbeat subject when we come back. Michael Bloomberg weighed in on the Texas church shooting. You would think he'd be happy. Not so much. All that and more when we return with On Target Radio, and you're listening to AM 560. The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
I give the gift of Peloton, and this was seen as misogynistic, judgmental.
Oh, they even said abusive, that he's abusing his wife. You bought one for us, right?
Nice place to,
me?
put a coat or something, hang a coat.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one.
The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags, and the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I love the products. I haven't had a cold since I've started. My grandkids get sick all the time, and I don't catch what they have. I'm going to be 68 tomorrow, and I'm in great shape, and I'm very grateful. I know the Balance of Nature, the simplicity of it and the purity of it has just been a tremendous blessing for me.
See how getting a variety of over 10 servings of whole fruits and vegetables every day can make a difference for you this year. To help you start your New Year's resolutions right, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This New Year's special won't last, so call in now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
So the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That's Wayne LaPierre, right?
Absolutely correct.
And, of course, that was they made fun of that for years.
Still making fun of it.
They still make fun of that. Apparently, it's not all that damn funny. At least it wasn't that funny to one guy. What's interesting in the West Freeway Church of Christ nightmare that took place was the bad guy. The whole thing lasted, what was it, like 5 seconds or something, I think?
It was very, very short.
Yeah, the bad guy, and we still don't know why. We're still not sure what, it had to be personal because he went out and specifically, I think, looked for those two guys.
Well, unless he left a note, I mean, dead men can't talk, so.
No, but, I mean, somebody has to know. You know, he had to say something
right.
Yeah, they'll look into his emails. And
they
his
can
Facebook.
if you rig them up like puppets.
Well, there's that.
And there is that, yes. But, yeah, I mean, he shot, you know, if you watch the video, which I know you have, you see him, they're shuffling around a little bit, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, and these two guys go, and then bang, just like that. I mean, one shot right to the head. Conservation of ammo, you know, typical Texan.
I mean, that security guard was like a boss with that. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It just, he was on alert. He was paying attention. He did what he had to do.
Interestingly, if you look at that video, there's a whole bunch of people that were going for guns. I mean, we're in Texas here, right? There were a lot of people going for guns. A lot of fumbling, but the security guard guy He had it together. He knew what he was doing.
We were talking earlier. I mean, in a stressful situation, you don't automatically become Superman like everybody thinks and wants to think that they do. Like, oh, I'm going to be able to, get my gun out real fast because I'm going to be under a lot of pressure and my adrenaline's going to be pumping and I'm going to do this great job. No, you revert to your lowest level of training. So if you, put your gun on every day and you never take it out of the holster and you never practice, you're not going to do very well in a stressful situation.
No, and we've said this many times, and Colonel, what's his name, wrote the book.
Ollie?
No,
Dave Grossman.
Dave Grossman. Grossman points out that...
Leave the mind reading to me, George, okay?
Sorry. Yeah, she got me down. Grossman points out that it's not in our DNA to assume someone is going to kill us. I mean, there's that cognitive disconnect when that happens. I just remember standing there like a deer in headlights. I mean, I just was totally incapacitated. I was not... There was no reaction at all. I just stood there with that mouth hanging open until this lieutenant goes, "This is the part where we shoot people." And I go, "Oh, right, yes, I get it now, yeah." But it's an awesome thing, and I don't mean that in a positive way. It's an awesome thing when that happens. This security guard, if you watch that video, just popped right up out of nowhere and Pam just nailed him right away. So he had to have some training. I mean, he had to have some training.
I think he was something FBI or
so
something.
yeah,
I forgot what it was.
The next article says he is a firearms instructor, a gun range owner, and a former reserve deputy.
Oh,
but
okay.
He's the same as you.
The thing is, and as you point out, it's really true. You can have all the credentials in the world, but until somebody shoots at you, you know what it's like. You're not prepared.
Right, and if you've never been in stressful situations, or you don't experience those on a regular basis, you don't know how you're going to react.
Exactly.
We talk about like active shooter training and stuff like that. I always talk about the fight, flight, or freeze response, and a lot of people that don't know what they're going to do or don't kind of play a what-if game with themselves, they have that freeze response, and that's going to cost them.
Yeah, and the people who are the loudest voice for I train, I know what I'm going to do, are the people who have never actually been in the situation.
Absolutely.
And they're convinced of what they believe, and they could be very good at doing it out on a range.
Sure.
But I always use this analogy. It's like pilots. If a pilot can land an airplane smoothly, he thinks that he's a good pilot. No. Wait till you have one engine on fire and you're in the clouds and it's nighttime and there's ice picking up. That's when you find out if you're a good pilot. So being able to shoot, and I'm not denigrating practicing and going out and doing all that stuff. I'm just saying that it has a tendency to build an unrealistic level of confidence because you just don't know what you're going to get into. I remember we went into, I think it was a gas city, and I won't mention the deputy's name, but we went into a gas city, and he was about my age, but he's been a full-time guy for probably 17 years. And it was an armed robbery in progress. It turned out it was like a 16-year-old kid who wanted cigarettes. They wouldn't sell them to him, and he had a pocket knife. That was it. But we went in, guns drawn, and I looked at who I was with, and the guy was shaking like a leaf. And I remember thinking, he's just,
sure.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, he wasn't in the military. What does he know? And I look at my hands, and I'm shaking like a leaf. I mean, it's the reality of the situation.
Adrenaline. You can't control it. It takes over you, and you got to know what you're doing.
So this guy did a pretty good job. By the way, you're listening on Target Radio. This is AM 560, The Answer. We're talking about the shooting that took place at the West Freeway Church of Christ. And now we bring in our anti-hero, Mr. Bloomberg. So given all this, it's sadly, 2 people did lose their life. But again, that goes back to you're the victim. You don't know something's going to happen until something happens. So there's probably nothing that anybody could ever have done about that. But within seconds, this guy leveled the other guy. But so you would think that somebody like Bloomberg would go, you know what, good shooting. You say, even begrudgingly, you think he'd say that.
Well, I would think he would just keep his opinion to himself.
That would be best.
Because he's Mr. Gun Control. So obviously it does not behoove him to really, in my opinion, it does not behoove him to even comment on a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun.
So if I'm him and I have 2 choices, right? I can either keep my mouth shut, or if I'm forced to say something and I still believe in this crazy idea of gun control, I would say something like, I still support gun control, but in this one situation, this guy actually did a good job. Right. And this is really rare and this never happens. Or, something like that. But he didn't even go that far.
Give some credit to the guy.
That would be the right way to spin it, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're Mr. Gun Control, that's the right way to spin it.
Exactly.
But he didn't do that.
No.
Yeah, and that's the case. And he comes out and he says nobody should have a gun.
He said it may be true that someone in the congregation had his own gun and killed the person who murdered 2 other people.
Maybe.
But it's the job of law enforcement to have guns and to decide when to shoot. You just do not want the average citizen carrying a gun in a crowded place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we were supposed to wait until law enforcement got there and let this shooter kind of have at the congregation for X number of minutes.
That's what this guy in the Washington Examiner says. He's like, this shooting would have played out much, much worse in that hypothetical scenario.
And, I said to you on the way here, I've had this discussion with people, and they go, well, what if you miss? You could hit somebody. And I say, that is true. That could happen. I'm not going to argue that. But here's what I do know. If nobody shoots at the guy, every time you hear a bang, somebody's dropping dead. Mm-hmm. This will go on until he runs out of ammunition.
In our church, there's so few people, you just slice the pie differently, and you got a clear shot.
Well, exactly.
And what I said earlier, the duration of an active shooter incident is defined by the arrival of a second gun.
That's it.
Right? That second gun was there. That's why it was so quick. If that second gun wasn't there, we don't know what would have happened.
He keep shooting until somebody shot him or ran out of
Well, luckily, there was also guns 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
It reminds me when we went to the Ted Cruz thing with like 1,000 people for dinner. Like everybody at our table was carrying concealed, and we didn't even know who they were. Actually, I began to worry more about if somebody did come in and start shooting.
Oh, yeah, at that Ted Cruz thing, we would have all been like flipping the tables over. It would have been a madhouse.
Yeah. But so, that's a guy who would be president. And the thing that, Beto, whatever his name was, he goes, yeah, I'm going to take your guns. And everyone just sort of snickered, and he was out in about 2 days. Bloomberg's a serious contender. He's got the money. He's got the conviction.
Well, and that was the other article I sent you. I was surprised you didn't print that one also, is that he's dumping millions of dollars into social media ads, internet ads, and television ads, just millions.
I mean, he always has, but this is that on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting thing about this is really kind of simple. Trump is doing stuff almost every day that his base, those people who believe that, who'll take that money, they're not going to vote for Trump.
Right.
But the contingent of people who are looking at him, including an increasing number of Democrats, are going, yeah, he may be obnoxious, but look at this. Look what he's done. Look at the economy. Look at all these things. So I don't know. I think he's going to be hard for anybody to beat him. I really do.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we got to take a break. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about something or other.
We may have a little more on the
we may have
shooting.
another other thing.
And we're going to talk about Virginia, too, probably.
Yeah, and I think I got
AOC's coming up.
AOC, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't tease it earlier. Just Ask the Japanese is the title.
That's it. So all that more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560. The Answer.
Do you own or run a thriving business in the Chicagoland area? Have you overcome obstacles to make your business what it is today? If that's your business, then AM 560 The Answer wants to tell your story on the AM 560 Business Tour 2020, presented by Signature Bank. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson will be broadcasting live from businesses all around Chicagoland, telling the stories of thriving, successful businesses. If that's you, tell us about it. Go to bankbusinesstour.com and submit your information. That's bankbusinesstour.com.
Fox News, I'm Jessica Stone. President Trump says cultural sites are fair game for military strikes. It's worth noting the Taliban used the same tactic, destroying the famous Buddhas of Bamiyan in 2001, one of the world's wonders.
You have to look at what the consequences are, right? We don't go around killing all the very bad people in the world.
Maryland Democrat Senator Chris Van Hollen on Fox News Sunday. 6 people are recovering from a chain reaction car crash in Pennsylvania, which took 5 lives. State Police spokesman Stephen Lamani describing the pileup.
That bus went up an embankment, rolled over, and then was subsequently struck by 2 tractor trailers. Another tractor trailer came and collided with those 2 tractor trailers.
Authorities say it could take weeks to determine what caused the accident on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. And Olivia Colman of The Crown takes the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a TV Drama Series. America's listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
I'm Dan Proff.
And I'm Amy Jacobson.
And we're here to tell you about our 2019 Food for the Poor campaign.
Food for the Poor is a nonprofit, faith-based organization that provides food, water, medicine, clothing, and life-saving supplies directly to local organizations throughout the Caribbean and Latin America. These are places that have been devastated by poverty, disease, and natural disasters like hurricanes.
This year, we're working to help displaced families that have fled from Venezuela to Colombia because of the ongoing crisis in Venezuela after years of corrupt socialist leadership. Nearly 5,000 Venezuelans are fleeing to Colombia each day. This has created a humanitarian crisis.
Food for the Poor's partners in Colombia have set up 11 feeding centers that can serve more than 9,000 people each day, but they need your help. For a gift of $300, you can feed a family of 4 for an entire year. That's just $25 a month.
To make that gift, just call 844-862-4673. Again, that's 844-862-4673.
Or visit 560theanswer.com/food, and thanks in advance for your generosity.
Sebastian Gorka here for Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that was formulated by doctors to help your body deal with inflammation and pain. The reason I've told so many of my friends about the 3-week quick start is because as we get older, occasional aches and pains can be a real problem, keeping you from sleeping through the night or doing the things you love and need to do, like taking walks or playing golf, going up or down stairs, or simply playing with your kids or grandkids. Tens of thousands are now like me, glad they ordered the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. After years of back pain, I found relief, and I believe you could too. Folks, this is why the father and son owners of Relief Factor, Pete and Seth Talbot, created the 3-week quick start, and they discounted it to only $19.95. Approximately 70% of those who order it go on to order more. Let's see if we can get you out of pain too. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-500-8384.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Those who think that the NRA is dead are sadly mistaken. They're back on step, and they're encouraging people to flood the January 13th meeting that's in Virginia. They're having lobby day, which is very, very similar to our iGold in Virginia. And if you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, Virginia is some people are calling it going to be the tidewater of the next revolution. Democrats have moved. If people who work in Washington have to have a place to live, and you rarely live in Washington. If it's expensive around Washington, Washington is way over the top. So
there's a lot of like ghetto areas in
well,
Washington.
True, but I mean, good places to live in Washington, like the townhouses and stuff,
Right, are exorbitant. Yeah,
astronomical.
the good neighborhoods are
Yeah.
too expensive.
So a lot of them moved to the surrounding places, and one of those is in Virginia. And so there's kind of an enclave of Democrats. What would that be? The northwest corner, I think, maybe? I'd have to look on a map. Well, they've gained control in this last election of the entire legislature and the governorship. And we're talking about the uber liberal types. And the first thing the governor came out with is, we're going to ban guns. Now, is that going to stand the SCOTUS? No, it won't. But they'll collect, they'll go after the guns because it'll be years before it ever get before the Supreme Court. So the rest of Virginia is not of that ilk. And it's not like parallel here. How many times did we say, don't vote your conscience, vote for Rauner, because otherwise you're going to get Pritzker. I'm going to vote my conscience. Mm-hmm. And now we got Pritzker. And the other shoe is going to drop here shortly, I'm sure. So anyway, this governor is belligerent because he has the legislature 100% behind him. And first it started with one county, and I think it was his county. But the sheriff of that county goes, I ain't enforcing no anti-Constitution laws. And that, of course, enraged the governor because he was an idiot. And he said...
he still is an idiot.
He still is an idiot. And so the governor just says, yeah, you are. You're going to do that. And he goes, no, I won't do that. I will not arrest anybody violating your laws. And he goes, we'll send in the National Guard. And the sheriff says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take every concealed carry holder in my county and deputize them.
He goes, I'll deputize thousands of people. Whoever wants to be deputized.
There you go.
Anybody
Problem
who wants
solved.
to do it. Well, the green light went on when that happened. And they started going ping, ping, ping. And what's the latest?
They are up to 86 of 95 counties.
86
have
of 95
declared
counties.
themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries.
What percentage is that?
That is 90%.
90%.
That is amazing. I don't know that you could get 90% of Illinois, but I kind of think you could probably get close because really we only have a few problem counties in the state.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's really mostly Lake and Cook.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, I think we'd probably be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interesting thing about this Virginia thing is the Attorney General of Virginia is saying, well, it's a law. If we pass it, it's a law. You have to obey it. And then the governor goes, yeah, that's right. We got to obey it. If you don't, anybody that works for Virginia and doesn't do it, you're fired. So they're just like back and forth, back and forth. And the Attorney General goes, well, first of all, and this is true, declaring yourself a sanctuary city for the Second Amendment has absolutely no legal weight whatsoever. It's nothing.
Unless the sheriff goes along with it. If the sheriff's on board, then now you
right.
got something.
But I'm saying, but whether or not that exists, if the sheriff wants to do it, he can do it. But here's the thing. When 85 out of, 85 out of 93, something like that, whatever, it doesn't matter. When that, and by the way, that's just the counties.
Right. Then there were some cities.
There was
also.
a cities. Back when the count was something like 60 or something out of 90, whatever, there were over 100 entities.
With the cities.
With the cities.
Right.
So you're looking now 150 or more municipalities and counties are saying ain't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the governor of a state, just a couple of things come to mind. First of all, there's a message hidden somewhere deep inside of that. Okay.
Sure.
The second thing that comes to mind is you're really going to turn your local National Guard, the husbands and wives of the people that you're going to go collect guns from, against their own families and send them out on the street? I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
That's not going to work. Yeah. So there are people, and then now what's happening is surrounding states, the people are saying, you get a problem? Call us. We'll come in. We'll come in. Yeah. And now you got oath keepers who are gathering up names of people to go, this could be the next revolution. You never know.
So one of our YouTube listeners says, what about posse comitatus?
About not using military. Well, the guard, the governor can call up the guard.
Right.
That's federalizing. So the standing army, standing military, you can't. And if they federalize, then that becomes part of the standing military and you can't. But the governor can call them up He could call it, technically he could call it the National Guard against his own people. But can you imagine what that would do?
Oh, that would be
it'd be terrible.
a word I can't say on radio
Exactly.
show.
Well, it would be political suicide as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to take a break. When we come back, we will have AOC's Moment of Zen, and we will talk about California and doing something stupid as usual. All that and more when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
This is better than I expected. You guys, your customer service and everything, you guys are great. Yeah, you're the best company out there. And the commercials, you know, they talk about it, but a lot of times it's like, I don't know if it really gives it true justice of what this really is. People need to know. This is maybe the most amazing product I've ever tried. You can just feel the energy. It's so pure. It tastes so good. I'm just blown away by it. It's amazing.
See how getting a variety of over 10 servings of whole fruits and vegetables every day can make a difference for you this year. To help you start your New Year's resolutions right, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. This New Year's special won't last, so call in now. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Hi, it's Amy Jacobson with a great way to start the new year. Get your best night's sleep ever with a MyPillow and a set of those new Giza cotton sheets from MyPillow. And you can still receive your second set of sheets for free. 2 for 1. Plus, you'll get free shipping. And if you add anything else to your order, like MyPillows, mattress toppers, the new MyPillow towels, anything, those items will ship free too. And you can still get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, but you have to use the promo code Amy. You know, I just started sleeping with brand new Giza cotton sheets, and I'm sleeping so much better. Plus, the new MyPillow towels are extremely soft and absorbent. And all products have a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. So go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special box and get 2 sets of Giza cotton sheets for the price of 1 plus free shipping on your entire order. That's MyPillow.com. Click the radio specials box and enter promo code Amy. Or call 800-489-0201. 800-489-0201. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code Amy.
Digital marketing is a big part of just about every business. It's everywhere. Is your business using it to your advantage? Are you receiving your share of the leads? If you're not effectively using digital media, you could be losing sales by the second. Even worse, your customers can be grabbed up one by one, never to return. Not sure if you're losing out to the competition? Salem Surround can help you. We give you all the right tools to surround your target audience and turn website visitors into leads. Salem Surround is a full-service digital agency providing you with all your marketing under one roof. Total market penetration for increased return on investment. Contact Salem Surround for a free evaluation of your digital presence and to learn more how we can help you place your advertising message in front of today's digital consumers. Salem Surround helps deliver customers by putting your business message in front of the right person at the right time. Learn more at surroundchicago.com. Surroundchicago.com, connecting you with new customers.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
It's time now for your moment of AOC Zen.
If you've had any doubts about my opinion that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hates our country, this should set the record straight. Iran was once again rattling their saber, threatening Americans. The country, which has a long tradition of both threats and actions against American personnel and other interests, is unquestionably one of the world's major supporters of terrorist organizations. President Trump finally had enough and publicly warned Iran that he would retaliate, quote, very fast and very hard, unquote, if Iran harmed American citizens or other assets. Specifically, the president sent one of his famous tweets addressing concern with General Qasem Soleimani, one of Iran's most powerful men and the leader of the elite Quds force. He said he specifically was targeting 52 Iranian sites, quote, some at a very high level and important to Iran and the Iranian culture, and those targets and Iran itself will be hit very fast and very hard. The USA wants no more threats, unquote. The number 52 is symbolic of the 52 American hostages taken by Iran years ago. This was occurring as hundreds of Iranians were protesting outside our embassy, and with intelligence telling the president that Soleimani was preparing for additional hits in other locations. As head of the Quds Force, which is part of the Iranian Republican Guard, Soleimani was basically responsible for all the covert operations, terrorist acts, managing the surrogates overseas, and for thousands of deaths, including hundreds of Americans who died because of improvised explosive device attacks. And it's worth noting that the Iranians have orchestrated no fewer than 19 attacks on U.S. personnel in Iraq over the past year. The choice was pretty clear. Soleimani had to go, and go he did, compliments of the United States Air Force. AOC was apoplectic. She was far more concerned about our enemy than about the Americans they've killed. She called targeting Soleimani a war crime, and with regard to the 52 strategic target threats, she tweeted, quote, "Threatening to target and kill innocent families, women and children, which is what you're doing by targeting cultural sites, does not make you a tough guy. It does not make you strategic. It makes you a monster," unquote. Well, it does make you strategic, and it tends to work. Just ask the Japanese. And that's it. So, California, our favorite state. Just when you think
tongue-in-cheek,
there's nothing more that they could possibly do to destroy their economy, they come up with something that I don't think would have ever occurred to anybody. In fact, I can't imagine somebody going one day, "Hey, I got an idea."
Well, I do, but I don't.
I mean, is this not the reason? I mean, isn't this the poster child for not having a full-time legislature?
Yes, it is.
I mean, somebody had nothing on their hands.
It's definitely up there. It's
Yeah.
definitely up there. You know, like I said, I kind of see like they were trying to encourage businesses to hire full-time employees, but it's going to totally backfire.
Well, yeah, because they don't hire full-time employees because they can't justify it.
Or because they can't afford to pay the benefits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can't justify it. In their business model, they can't. They go, doesn't work for us.
Right.
So this is what it is. There's Assembly Bill 5. It hasn't passed yet, I don't believe.
No, actually it has, but it hasn't gone into effect until now.
Okay. Assembly Bill 5, severe restriction on who's qualified to be an independent contractor freelancer. What they're doing is they are limiting people who live in the state of California from doing more than, was 35?
Well, they don't actually give like hours. Like if you're driving Uber or whatever, they don't say in this article how many hours it is. They're mostly focusing in this article about the writers, which affects people like me and David. But they were trying to reduce the negative impact of the gig economy, where workers, may work full-time or over full-time, but they don't get benefits. They don't get health insurance and stuff. And so they don't say, they say that Uber's battling the law now, but this article is mostly focusing on freelance writers.
But you see how ludicrous it is to say, we want to protect these people, so we're going to limit how much they can work.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, it's completely antithetical. It says the new law limits freelance contributions to $35 a year to a single company. So, we could only write 35 articles a year for,
Which if you had a weekly editorial,
right,
you couldn't do it.
You can't do it anymore.
Right. So the ramification is, because there are, joking aside, we always joke about California. If you sit down in any restaurant and you go, is anybody here writing a screenplay? Every waiter goes, yeah, I am. There's a lot of artsy people, particularly in L.A. and San Francisco. That's going to have a huge effect on those people.
Well, right. Gigging is really good for a lot of people. People who have kids in school, they don't want to have a 9-to-5 job. It doesn't work with their schedule. People who, maybe are
retired,
taking care of elderly parents, or, retired, or, they've got a full-time, but they also want to have like a little something on the side. There's all sorts of people who gigging is really appealing to them. And this is really kind of pulling the rug out from under them.
It is indeed.
Well, I guess that website Fiverr is going to go up to 10 or 20 or I guess
well,
or something.
If they're in California, I mean, I don't know if anybody works on Fiverr full time. I mean, I have a friend who does stuff on Fiverr, but I don't nowhere near full time.
I just always imagine, like, California people, like, they're always getting high and, like, writing a screenplay or something, and probably
that's
not
close.
unlike
That's
Illinois
close.
now, now that it's legal
basically.
here. But it's just another California thing. Just makes you go, huh.
Well, anyway, we're going to have to take a break. When we return, we're going to have Gretchen's actions items, and we'll kind of wrap things up. And if you are a freelancer like we are, let's all get together and figure out how we're going to not go bankrupt. We'll be back with more on Target Radio, and you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Winter War 16, the annual high-power rifle romp in the snow, will be Saturday, January 11th, 2020, at 8 a.m. at the ISRA range in Bonfield. Not a fiercely contested event for finely tuned match rifles. This is an opportunity for the Milsurp rifle enthusiast to shake off cabin fever and get back in touch with some of his or her favorite relic battle rifles for a little fun and a little frostbite. There will be door prizes, not score prizes, and you will probably receive one if you brave the cold. Choose your battle from a matrix of battles and rifles. Virtually any Milsurp rifle will have one or more battles in which to compete. Any safe rifle may participate in any of the matches, but only scores fired with the appropriate rifles will be considered for match winners. To keep the competitors from shivering their way to 20 misses, there will be hot beverages, chili, and a bonfire. The entry fee is $25 for the entire event of 2 matches. Entries must be postmarked by December 31st or pay a $5 surcharge. You may also enter the day of the event. To download the entry form, go to isra.org, click on Events, ISRA Official Calendar, Winter War 16. I put a link on our Facebook page last week. Safer USA has absolutely nothing on its calendar.
Oh,
well, we're going to SHOT Show. We already did a class this month.
That's a good calendar item. SHOT Show.
There you go.
It doesn't take up ranges, though.
But it's a good event.
SHOT Show is January 21st.
The problem is you have to be industry to get in. It's not like a consumer
not just everybody
show.
can go.
Right.
You can't just buy tickets.
We would announce it. We'd be inundated with phone calls, and everyone would be answered with, "You can't go."
Yeah, everyone would be answered with, no, we're not.
Just put on the
getting you
calendar, SHOT Show, and in parentheses, you can't go.
That's good.
You're not invited.
Wade knows that.
So you figure you're going this year?
I'm hoping to. Yeah, work is might send me. So I have my fingers crossed. I just need to get approval, and they're actually looking forward to me going. So.
But Eric promises me that he will do On Target Radio before he leaves.
I will be here for On Target. That's how dedicated I am. I will be here for On Target Radio.
It all hangs on him because I said, no David, if also no Eric, no Gretchen. I'm not going to do the show by myself.
This is new. I mean, being this important,
you're the linchpin of this
really,
whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I don't know how to take
last week I tried to do Facebook Live because you were not here and YouTube was not working. And
she was flustered.
It was just really bad. It was very poorly done. And I'm never doing that. I cannot be trusted on Facebook Live, and I am not doing that anymore.
Oh. I thought it was okay.
See, he's stroking me just because he's a nice guy and he likes me, but no, it was not. It was terrible.
This is like tag team. I have to leave Sunday because I go to the range day at SHOT Show, but that's not open to the public. You can leave on Monday, and then you can come back on Friday. But I also have to work on Friday at SHOT Show. So, but I'll be back in time to cover that. So
I don't know my SHOT Show schedule yet. If I do end up going, I'm hoping I can hang out for another couple days after.
You definitely. I'll tell you one thing.
There's lots to do.
You got to go. You got to go the whole SHOT Show because you can't see it until like 2 days.
And I've never been to Vegas, so it'd actually be.
Oh my
gosh! Never been to Vegas?
No.
It is the best.
I'm not. I'm not like a big gambling lights.
No, we don't gamble.
Person.
We don't gamble. And actually, they've cleaned it up. Like they've gotten rid of all the people like flicking the cards on the street.
Oh, that's why I wanted to go.
Well, I mean, there's still you can get escorts
really,
if you want escorts.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
But yeah, I mean, restaurants, so amazing.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Anyway, we'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you'd imagine. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when we'll be covering more red meat issues that affect your life.
Well, look who's home. How was your day, hon?
Stressful, exhausting.
Lie down on me and we'll talk about it.
Oh, Purple Mattress. You know how to support me.
Hey, I'm just a mattress doing my job.
You're more than that. You're a Purple Mattress. Who cares about a bed with numbers when I have your Purple Grid to comfort my body's pressure points? And forget memory foam. Your non-toxic, hyper-elastic polymer minimizes heat, keeping me cool and comfortable the whole night through.
If you're happy, I'm happy. But you do have up to 100 days to return me for a full refund.
And give up the best night's sleep I've had since I learned to walk? No way. You're the only one I want to come home to. Purple Mattress.
You too can come home to a Purple Mattress by texting OFFER to 84888. Take advantage